Hey friends, Megan here. So today I'm going to take y'all along with us to tour Polyface Farms. We couldn't come to Virginia for the Homesteaders of America conference without visiting the farm of Joel Salatin. We are going to be using the open door policy that Polyface Farms has to be able to just walk around the property and get some ideas for what we want to do on our upcoming homestead creation. If you don't know, we have 16 acres of raw land in South Carolina that we are turning from raw land to a self-sustaining off-grid homestead. We move onto the property November 1st and we'll be building our homestead from the ground up. The store at Polyface was going to close within 30 minutes of our arrival, so that's going to be the first stop that we make. The store had all kinds of frozen meats from their animals that are raised right here at Polyface for you to purchase. They also have shirts, books, candles, and more. While inside of Polyface, you can also find a map that actually shows you right now where the animals are located on the farm. Declan, what do you see? You see chickens! Directly behind the store at Polyface, we could find a little area for families to hang out in. It had porta potties, a little corn cob box house that was supposed to have like corn kernels for kids to play in, but when we went, it just had rock. And then you can see the chickens in the hoop houses, and this is when they get done with the garden season, they move flocks of chickens in there so that they can eat the plants that are left over and till up the ground and start on a deep litter method for the winter.
My goodness, there's a duck.
No, those are ducks. One white duck out of all of them. As you can see at Polyface Farms, they raise their ducks in this electric netting, and this is because they move them all around the pastures just like they would a pasture-raised chicken. When we first arrived to Polyface Farms, there were chickens all about the fields free ranging. And then we found chickens in the hoop houses who were eating leftover vegetables and turning the soil to prepare it for next year's garden. And now we have found chickens in chicken tractors. These chickens are meat birds, and they are moved every single day onto fresh grass. Their job is to eat the bugs that are around, especially fly larvae, to cut back, and to help till up the soil and produce new grass with their manure droppings that act as a wonderful fertilizer. This pond is just one of many we've seen across the farm. Joel Salatin creates these on purpose so that he always has a water reservoir near his animals to pump water to them.
Two chickens.
In this barn we have found more chickens, but this time they're not alone. If you notice in the cages, you'll see some rabbits. Joel Salatin has them set up this way so that as the rabbits poop and their droppings fall on the ground, the chickens will scratch it into the wood chippings that he has down, and that will make a wonderful compost that can later be used on the vegetables. The famous pigerator was kind of fun to see in action. If you've never heard of this concept, Joel Salatin brings his cows into the barn in the winter. He continuously adds bedding to them in a deep bedding method. As he does this, he adds corn in through the bedding. The cows don't mess with it, but it begins to ferment, and then after he moves the cows out to pasture in the spring, he brings pigs in here. Pigs will root around to find that fermented corn, and as they do, they turn the bedding and make it into compost. It's another way to use animal power to make compost for the garden. Hey, look, that one kind of looks like it's got some Hereford in it. Yeah. No. I mean, I think they're all mixed breeds, but they may have some in them.
Dirty.
Are they digging? Looking for food. Oh, him scratching, look. Oh, itchy. Itchy.
Down.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Him scratching. Him got itchy. Probably a boar.
Look at all this rabbit poop. We were not expecting to find rabbits just a couple of feet away from the pigs, but leave it to Declan. If there's rabbits out there, he's going to find them. What we've come to assume is that this is the rabbit maternity ward, as we found several rabbits that had little babies with them.
Careful, dude. Nah, do not chase. Back this way.
But
I'm not sure why all of these pigs are over here in this little bitty pen. We couldn't figure out if they were the breeding boars or if they were ready for slaughter. Most of his pigs are out on pasture, so this one kind of stumped us a little.
Water.
I go.
Careful.
It's a
Yeah, see that pig nose? My goodness.
There's a big pig! Hi, big pig!
Pig nose.
They were currently bringing the cows in from pasture while we were there. Declan really enjoyed getting to see both the cows and the cows on the trailer.
Big blue.
Here, dude.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby. I love you.
I love you. Oh, it loves you too.
We also found rabbits in the field and like a rabbit tractor, which is really cool to see, and we've decided this is how we would prefer to do our rabbits. It gives rabbits the ability to eat fresh grass, move on to grass daily, and use their manure to fertilize your ground. It's also really cool to be able to look at their design and see what we would do and what we would do differently. I like how they've got the water set up on top and it kind of just like drips down, and it's got a little rabbit nipple inside that the rabbits can drink from.
Rabbit.
That's just gravity fed.
Yeah, and it keeps the rabbits from making a mess with their water. That's cool. I like that.
What are you gonna do?
Hi, friend.
Hey.
Do you want some pets? Oh, hi.
Watch out, you're making them happy.
Oh, yeah. Do you need some loves too?
Stop, dude.
Of course, we would visit Polyface Farms while the pigs are all the way at the very back of the property. However, the pigs are the things we're most excited to see, as we want to pasture raise our pigs as well. So we're going to make that long trek back there. Declan, thank goodness, it's in his backpack. We'll see how he handles the trip.
Well, once they get to the end, they probably have to run them all the way back down.
As we walked back to see the pigs, we really enjoyed being able to see the different areas that you can tell the pigs had previously been in. Some of the grasses were super overrun, and then as we got closer to the pigs, it looked a little bit more barren as the pigs had already ripped it all up, and it hasn't had time to grow back yet. Somebody couldn't hang to walk back here to see the pigs. But isn't he cute sleeping?
Battery. This is your ground wire here, and then your hot wire runs over there. But I don't know what this.
I wonder how long the battery will get you. If you could just do battery power and then charge them up as needed.
That's the problem. It's charging back up. I mean, it's basically the same principle. It's just the solar powered ones just have the battery built in. Yeah, that's big.
That's them getting in their feeder, baby. That's what that noise is.
Yeah, look, he's living the life out here.
Mm-hmm.
I know. That's right there is why you gotta have trees on the farm, buddy, so they can scratch their bellies.
Hey friends, Megan here. So today we are actually coming to you from Polyface Farms. If you can hear the noise behind us, we're actually over here with the pasture raised pigs. We all enjoyed seeing the pigs just kind of root around and play around. Pigs are funny creatures to begin with, and they just bring us so much joy. They're the animals we look most forward to having on our homestead. We love this pasture raised system and be able to watch the pigs eat the grass and just enjoy nature as they're intended to.
Yeah, it's a pretty little spotted cat back here though. Yeah, like I said, I think most likely they would end up eating it anyway because it's so small, and what bit they did, it wouldn't really.
But there's different kinds of grasses that I would want to plant. Native grasses that they've that people have seeded out basically.
It's amazing how they root up like this though. It's mounded.
We really enjoyed getting to see Polyface Farms, and if you're ever in Virginia, we recommend you stop on in. You can use our open door policy to come and go as you please and see what's going on their farm. It can give you some great ideas for your own homestead and tell you some things that you would like to do and some things that you want to stay far away from. It's given us some good ideas for our upcoming homestead creation. If you want to see how we build out our homestead and turn 16 acres of raw land into an off-grid, self-sufficient homestead, make sure you like and subscribe. You can also check out our other videos where we are already clearing the land and preparing to move onto our property on November 1st. I'll leave some links to those down in the description box below.